What's up everyone, it's Ojh and we're back at it again, and in this video I want to go through the reward tree for the Darkmoon Faire with you as the fair is about to arrive within the next couple of hours. If you're not familiar with the Darkmoon Faire, I will link a video explaining it, maybe I think it comes up here, to give you a little bit more information of what is coming with the Darkmoon Faire at the start of Season 5. And if you're not familiar with the content of Season 5, then I will also link a video, if this is the right way, then there'll be another one here with the Season 5 content, including changes to PvP modifiers and the new mini that's coming, the Fairy Dragon. So what I want to do in this one is look at the tree, the reward tree that you can get with the tickets that you can win from the various challenges on a daily basis and the weekly quest that you can do. To explain some of the kind of nuances with the tree and some things to be wary of, because if you're anything like me, you're really excited for a bit of new content. Get involved in the Darkmoon Faire with yourself and with your guild, but there's a few things that I want you to consider. Firstly being the maximum amount of tickets which are going to be available to you to spend, and secondly looking at the rewards that you really want to go for and some of the nuances with the way that the tree is lined out to make sure that you don't head off in the wrong direction. So first and foremost then is that the Darkmoon Faire is, there is an individual aspect to it, but also a guild aspect to it. Over 90% of the maximum amount of tickets that you can earn to spend will be rewarded or will be won by your guildmates. So if you're not in a guild, then get yourself in one and contribute to this, because that is where you're going to get the most value from. So the first thing to understand is going to be the maximum amount of tickets that will be available to you to spend. Now, if my maths is right, itchy eye like normal, if my maths is right, then my understanding is that on a daily basis you have 3 challenges that are worth 100 tickets each. So that's going to give you 300, and if you have that for 7 days of the week, then you've got 2,100. You also, if I move the calculator out the way, then you have the top quest. Let's just track back so we can see that. Let me pause this. So you have the 3 challenges here that offer you 100 tickets each, and then you have the weekly challenge up here which will offer you 1,000. So if we add 1,000 on to this, then that means per week each individual can earn 3,100 tickets. And because every ticket that you earn is rewarded to your guildmates, and every ticket that they earn is also awarded to you on a 1-for-1 basis. So if they earn 100 tickets, your guildmates, then you get 100. So if all of your guildmates were to maximise the rewards, if we times that by 15, then the maximum amount of rewards you can get for your guild is 46,500. Now I'm talking here about every single person maximising their ticket allowance, or the tickets that they can earn every single day, and having a guild that has 15 players in it, so maximum amount. This isn't going to take into account people who want to trade minis in, not minis, trade accounts in and out of the guild, because when a account leaves the guild, the amount of tokens that were earned don't leave with it. So you could have an account in the guild that gets its 300, and then that leaves for the day, and another one comes in, earns another 300, and those remaining in the guild will get those extra tickets. It's quite a bit of effort. Having spoken around the community, I don't really think that many people are going to do this, but that doesn't stop people doing it. The option is there, but specifically on this one I'm going to talk about just keeping your core 15 players in the guild. So if we look at the reward tree itself, then I've cropped this image together so it's not amazing, but it does give us an understanding of the reward tree and how the different tiers are linked together, and some of the rewards that are going to cost you more season tickets because those rewards are classed as better. So once you have understood how many maximum tickets are going to be available to you, then I think that what you should be doing is looking at which particular reward that you want to go for. So have a plan, have a strategy, because you could easily end up spending some tickets and heading down the wrong route and not getting to where you want to be. And an example of that would be if you were looking to get this epic core here for 30,000 tickets. Now, as you can see, if you were to start off with this tome here, then this tome links to here, and then from here you can go left or right, so you can only choose either of them two. Once you've chosen either one of them two, you can only get to either of them two. From those two, you can only get to them three. So it is worth having a look at the reward tree and seeing where do you want to get to, so you're not going to end up spending too many to go down a particular route. And I'm just going to look at a couple of things, like if you do want that epic core and what that actually means to your overall weekly spend and how you're going to get there. Okay, so if the epic core is something that you're going to be striving for, then that is 30,000 tokens. And as I said, if my maths is right, and if it's not, let me know in the comments. If my maths is right, then the maximum tokens you can get 46,500. So that's going to take up a big chunk of that. But looking at the pathing for you to get there, so there's only one connected element to that. So you're going to have to take this this item here, and then to get to that item you've got to take one of these two, and then to get to one of these two you have to take one of these two, and then to get to one of those two you start with these three here. Now what that will mean is if you do this in the cheapest possible way, is you have the 30,000, the 2,200, 1,100, 300, and then this 200 here. So you'll go down this way, and I've done a little bit of quick maths. That works out at being 33,800 tickets. So from that point, if you do choose to get the epic core, you then will not have enough tickets if there's just 15 people in your guild and you're not swapping people in, swapping people out, but you will only have enough to go for this, because that is the only follow-on from there, and then to one of these. So you will not have enough tokens or enough tickets to get an epic core and then anything from the bottom row. So prioritize what you need. So next up then is if you're looking for gold, and one of the big gold amounts that's on the bottom row, and looking at some of the ways that you can get there. So I would anticipate that the best way for you to get down here is possibly going to this left side gold. That will give you access, or you can access that by either of these two. So you've got some star for your leader, maybe a couple of stars in there. I would hope for 4,000 tickets, and this rare tome. Then you'd go to here. It'll give you access to this here for 15,000. Another rare leader there, and then you can work out your pathing up there. If you do decide to go down this left-hand route and you're going to choose something else up here, maybe you're going to choose this one, I don't know, this one, and then either of these two, you're looking at costing you around 39,000 tickets. And then that'll mean that you're open up to be able to spend the remaining kind of 6,000-7,000 tickets on some other sort of pathing. So certainly if the gold aspect is going to be more important to you than heading for an epic core, then that is something to consider. So before you dive into spending your tickets, I think there are two things that you should look at doing. Look at the maximum amount of tickets that you're going to be able to earn in a week, as long as every single person in your guild completes their daily challenges and then the overall weekly quest. And number two is look at the reward tree and see which element are you aiming for. What is the most important thing to you? As I said at the beginning, I don't think that there is a best way here. This is individual. You can take off that tree whatever you want within the realms of how many tickets that you can buy. So don't do what I was probably going to do, which is as soon as I got some tickets, be keen as mustard, jump straight in there and just start buying, whatever became available, because there may well be that you need to not spend anything for a day until you've saved up a few more tickets. Anyway, that's enough about that. Darkmoon Faire should be coming live within the next couple of of hours. I hope this video helps. If it does, get down in the comments. What are you aiming for? Which reward stands out for you? Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.